are going live? I told you you're going live today. It's my live show. Go brush your hair and come back. Go brush your hair and come back.
When I fall in love, I get dizzy. I fall out there just to teach.
Can't see it. Big old microphone in the way anyway.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Honeypot. Close that page out so I can get rid of that encoding overloaded message. I'm not able to show web pages, Zoom, Windows, and broadcast all at the same time. My internet will not allow me, or the system will not allow me to do that. So how are you today, Sergeant Dan?
I'm doing just lovely.
Long time
Hello
no
out
see.
there, everybody that's tuning into the Honeypot. Good to see y'all. Good to see anybody with my crazy eyes. You know what I'm saying?
You guys can go to zoom.us and type in 599-401-010 and join us live. This is our open space, open source show for the Hive community. And so we got Sergeant Dan in here, and we also have Amy McCorkle in here, award-winning filmmaker, director, writer, and soon-to-be host of your own film festival.
Yes.
And we made Amy wake up very early today. We also made her brush her hair because we are live. And so she is ready to rock.
I stepped on my cat. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't. Too bad. Hopefully the sound picked it up and we can go back and listen to it later.
Oh, honey, don't step on the kitty cat.
He
Oh,
was
Lord.
right behind me, and I jumped up, and then I heard, meow.
Oh, my Lord.
That poor cat.
Poor kitty cat.
Poor baby.
All right, so Amy, we're going to get into your festival and stuff like that in a minute. I want to catch up with Sergeant Dan because I haven't seen you in a while. And Amy is on Hive as well. Her name is Letters Girl, Letters GRRL.
Well, I'm going to have to check you out there, little girls, and see what y'all about there and see what you got going on.
The recent post is a little
edgy. Little edgy.
Is it edgy? Oh, Lord.
It's how to deal with internet trolls.
Oh, look at here. My post, the only way I get votes is from people that are on Steam Auto, because when they read that stuff, they're like, oh, hell no.
Oh, no. I always
That boy
vote your
ain't
stuff.
right.
I always vote your stuff when I see it.
I know you do. They say that boy ain't right. He ain't right in the head, Lord. He ain't right. But, you know, I try to be the life of the party. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, things are going
you're
great,
attending a
brother.
virtual blockchain conference. Who's hosting it?
Right, and this other fella, Bad Crypto.
Okay.
Bad Crypto, they're hosting it. Mr. Draper was on there yesterday. You know Tom Draper?
Mm-hmm.
He got a little off topic and got all political with the whole coronavirus, talking about it's all a conspiracy. You know about them conspiracies, you know, they're talking that conspiracy. And I'm like, Lord have mercy, here we go. I thought I'd come into a crypto conference, and now it looks like the InfoWars Alex Jones show going on up in here. So I was nice. I didn't comment. I had nothing to drink. I have a new rule now. When I drink, I changed my password on my computer so I can't get into Discord.
Oh, that's pretty smart. That's pretty smart.
Yeah, it is, because, you know, I have a hell of a time keeping friends. They like me when I'm sober and happy and funny and just smiling with my jack-o'-lantern smile I have and everything. And, you know, but, Lord, poor old Sarge, old Dr. Hyde comes out when he has one too many scotches.
Amen,
yeah, but
brother.
everything's been going good.
Good.
Blockchain conference. I've still been supporting the community over at Steam. I go over there. I do some voting. I am blocked over there. I made the code. I'm in the code. I'm famous.
Oh, yeah?
And there with the rest of oh, yeah.
And so you're still going in there hanging out with people, huh?
I still go in there. None of my comments show up or nothing, but I still comment because I'm like that. I'm going to support community.
Yeah.
Mr. Sun, I'm sorry. Put me in your code, brother. I'm in the Steam code now. I'm in there with the Marky Mark and Block Trade US and all them guys that got blocked and censored and everything. But that's all good because I'm going to support my community because I got my friends over at Steam and I'm loyal that way. I ain't going to let them go.
Are there some people that you're friends with over on Steam that haven't transitioned over to Hive yet, or aren't going to?
Well, some are still over there. Some, for those of you out there that are watching, not familiar, with voting for witnesses, those are block producers.
Mm-hmm.
When Hive did their hard fork of Hive, they did not do airdrops to certain individuals because they were voting for pro Justin Sun. Some people call them sock puppets accounts,
Right.
and that's been a point of contention. As you know that, John, and I'm sure you do, Miss Amy Lee.
I don't know anything
She
about
doesn't.
it. I just
No.
write.
Amy's here to.
Well,
Amy's
your
here
best
to.
bet is just don't get involved, honey. Let it go. Let it go. Let that drama go.
Amy posts. So Amy is the owner of Healing Hands Entertainment, and her content, as far as her writing and her movies and things like that, we work on publishing it and promoting it to the larger community. And so her website is G1NBC G1NBC.net/Healing Hands, and it auto posts. We use SteamPress. It auto posts to her Hive account.
Oh, that's outstanding.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to have to check this out because I'm all about charity.
So
everybody knows.
and
I'm
her
a charity case.
her main. Well, Amy, why don't you go ahead and do that? Like, just talk about your content and.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, really, okay, so I write all kinds of things, but my blog is usually about how I process day-to-day living with bipolar disorder. But the most recent post, I made a random. I posted on Facebook. I said, "Corporate America, you suck," and I didn't say why I said it. I just said it, and another podcaster, decided to take a shot at me, and John said, "Hey, I want a war. I want you to respond to her. Did you take any screenshots?" And so
only because I like Facebook arguments.
Yes, and so I said I can't do that because because I actually signed with a manager. So if she saw what I initially put, she would not have been happy. So I went to the blog, or to where I can post the blog on G1NBC, and I addressed the incident without naming names, and I usually don't engage because if you give me time to cool down and time to think about it and not be just reactive, I can say some pretty harsh things. And so John read it and said, "Holy crap, you really laid into that person." But that's an unusual post because usually I stick to writing about mental health and the arts, and how working through writing helps me stay balanced and stable.
Journaling is very, very good. Very
Yeah.
good. Very, very good. Mental illness. Honey, I could tell you stories. My family's full of it. I have an autistic nephew. My mother was a paranoid schizophrenic. The old man was a drunk. I've been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, bipolar disorder, Persian Gulf syndrome. Oh, Lord. I just tell people I'm not bipolar. I'm just moody. I'm just moody. Yeah, but that's a wonderful thing you're doing because mental illness, such a stigma to that, and it needs to be addressed, especially with this coronavirus, because and I have my views on mental illness and the prevalence of it and autism and everything within this country. it is important because a lot of people that have never suffered mental illness over this whole corona thing and the state of the
Ah,
world are now it's messing with their heads. A lot of depression, a lot of suicides going on. It's bad, and mental illness is something that really needs to be addressed. It's not talked about enough. She didn't freeze up on us, did she?
She did. Can we still hear you, Amy? Oh no, she froze.
She froze.
She froze. Yeah, and that's a good point that on all of those topics. And I think really with Amy and what we're trying to do in promoting her work is helping to reduce that stigma, making sure that we have better advocates and have a broader and better understanding of persons that have mental illness or mental health issues.
Well, it is. It's very important, and the stigma behind it. I mean, I was homeless for a time when I lived in California, and among the homeless, mental illness is bad.
Big. Yeah. Yeah.
It is really bad, and some of them weren't mentally ill when they became homeless, and many, contrary to popular belief, are homeless by no fault of their own, just
Mhm.
circumstances of life. And that lifestyle does tend to cause mental health issues, and people just don't understand it. The loneliness, the social distancing, and social distancing is a big thing that will bring on all type of psychological issues onto people.
Yeah. Yeah. It will. I think it's already happening. All right. Well, what any content or any topics from the conference that you've been attending that have kind of stood out that are Hive related or
Well,
even non-Hive related?
I was talking to I don't know if he's the CEO or CTO of Moby. Have you ever heard of Moby?
Mhm.
Moby Pay. Yeah, his project is very interesting. Um, Something that is way above my pay grade as far as the community. Um, Maybe like some of the big investors or something in Hive, Bernie, uh, some of the more the consensus witnesses might be something they might be interested in getting into this payment program they have, and I asked quite a few questions about it.
Mhm.
Um, so that was interesting. I had a long conversation with him. I talked with uh, the fella that runs Lockcoin. What is that? Lockcoin, something like that. He was interesting. They have these Zoom breakout rooms. Of course, they have the conference,
Uh-huh.
which is hosted on YouTube, Facebook, D Live. If you want to go over to D Live, you have an account over there. You can watch it there and go in the chat and talk. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's going for an entire week. Um, they have it in the evening. It starts at 6:30 Eastern time, U.S. Eastern time, and they have people on and Bad Crypto, the two fellas from Bad Crypto, they host that. I forget Wright's first name. I think it's John. Might be John Wright or something like that from Bad Crypto. But they have people. Core Skate. For those of you that have been around the block here for a while on Steam and Hive, well, Hive, we're new. Nobody's been around the block on Hive very long. But Cora Skate, she's going to be one of the speakers.
Okay.
Justin's son is going to be.
He is?
Yes, he is. Dr. Jesse Reich, aka Agrode. He's going to be one of the speakers.
What's he a doctor in?
He has a PhD in chemistry.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he doesn't. It just says Dr. Jesse Wright. There ain't no letters behind his name. Normally doctors, they got letters behind their name. But from what I understand, he's a PhD in chemistry. He went from that and got into crypto. And,
okay.
Of course, those of you that play Splinterlands.
Is anyone so it's live on YouTube, right? Are the
Yes.
breakout groups being broadcast or recorded at all?
I'm not sure whether they're recording them or not. It's okay. I was sober the whole time. I didn't have a drink at all, so I guess I'm okay if they broadcast it. Uh, there's Ken Bozak. I don't know if you know Ken Bozak.
Just from Hive, yeah, just from reading some of his posts.
Yeah, he just won an award for a crypto influencer. So
Nice.
That was kind of nice for him, and I just sent him a congratulation. If I could show you on the screen, I'll just show you this. Let me see if I can find it. There it is, right here. If I can, let me see, just to show you all. Let me share that screen there. Where is it? Here's the agenda. Here, okay. So I put the share the screen there. So it starts at 6:30. Now, they have a VIP influencer happy hour. I think it costs you about $97. But you can register for this thing for free.
Okay.
You don't have to pay.
Right.
And you can watch it even if you're not registered. But if you register, you can get, airdrops of some coins and stuff like that. So our buddy Coin Gecko, Bobby Ong, he's going to be on tonight, right after they start. Yeah, Travis, right? That's his first name is Travis of Bad Crypto.
Gotcha.
So at 6:30,
not to be confused with Craig Wright.
Yeah, that's well, I don't want to confuse him with Craig Wright. Isn't that
BSV?
Satoshi or something? Or,
yeah, yeah.
Something like that. Okay, and then here's something NFT, very interesting stuff. I met these folks when I was at the NFT conference in New York City. Jody Rich and Alex Atala and Danny Grant. They were speakers up that NFT conference. Let's see. There's Joel again. ATMs past and present. They're going to be talking about crypto ATMs. Did you know there's crypto ATMs all around the country you can buy?
Oh yeah. I got. There's some crypto ATMs over by us at some gas stations and things like that in the Cleveland area.
Yeah, and that's one of the prizes they're given. They're giving out a prize. This fellow, Job Paradise, I think two crypto ATMs are given away as a prize.
Holy cow.
That's a reason to register. And like I said, you can register for free.
I wonder if my old friend Patrick Ulrich will enter and try to win one of those Bitcoin ATMs.
And then here you go. You got Roger Ver. He's going to be talking tonight at 7:10. He's scheduled. This is, tentative schedule. Some of them drop out and they have to come back later. But Roger Ver, we all know Roger Ver, don't we? Yeah. So, the evangelist. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Then you got, I don't know this one here. Media artist. Samson Williams, Think Tank, Digital Advisor, Sherry Amy, Near-Death Survivor, Humanizing the Blockchain. So there's all types of topics going on. Jeremy Bourne, Rachel Wolfson, and our buddy CZ from Binance.
Oh, boy.
Thank you, buddy, for listing us. It took you long enough. I hope you're opening up those funds to them people. They can get their steam out of there.
Hive's on the climb.
Oh my God, we're listed with every major exchange and some that people have never heard of.
Hive's on the climb.
There's a couple of them that there's Hive USD pairings.
I saw your note about that. I didn't know that.
Hive, and yes, there's a couple. I don't remember off the top of my head which they are, but I mean, that's huge. That is huge. I mean, that saves you having to go from Hive to Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever, paying the fees for that, and then from there, and then straight
USD.
Hive straight to USD.
Yep.
So that's a wonderful thing. And there you go. And then at 10 o'clock Eastern time, U.S. Eastern time, then they have their closing comments with Joel Comm and Travis Wright of Bad Crypto. So it's very interesting. And there's
Virtual
a
Blockchain
number,
Week.
Yeah, it's going all the way till I think Friday. Let me scroll down here. There you go. Yeah, Jesse's going to be on Thursday. I just saw him. I just went. There it is. Splinterlands.
Nice.
Yeah, Thursday,
Why
and
does
then Friday, and then yeah, Friday's the last day.
why does
And then, like
Justin
I
get
said,
to do the final closing?
oh, because probably everybody gonna kick him in the ass on the way out. No, I did.
He probably paid.
I'm
He
kidding.
probably paid some money. He probably sponsored some of the money.
No, I'm sure he did. He's got more money than he's got sense. But anyway, but there you go. That's the agenda, and these breakout rooms. Let me show you my. Let me see. Oh, Ionomi. I was just talking with them. Those people are fantastic.
Yeah, I like
They
them.
are absolutely fantastic. Here, I'll bring up the main page for you here, where people can register, or if they want to get prizes, but you don't have to register to watch it. So
Okay.
there it is. You can register free. You just go to Virtual Blockchain Week, and you can register free on there.
Like it.
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
And then you can get some prizes. You might get some coinage. All you do, I think most of the coin drops and everything are Ethereum. So you'd have to put your Ethereum address in there.
Mm-hmm.
If you have this, like this wallet thing I got up here. What is this? This is
Your
Ethereum wallet
MetaMask.
there. Little MetaMask, and put your they have a thing when you sign up to register free. They have an option on there for you to put your receive. Don't put your private key in there. Put your receive key in there. I do crazy shit like that. That ain't no good. But yeah. But there you go, and I'm gonna unshare here. Let me stop my share and get back there.
All right, and Amy's back.
You're back. Where'd you go?
The internet at the house is kind of crappy. It goes in and out, and it was giving me problems earlier. Right
So you just
before.
restarted it.
Yeah, so I had to go and manually reconnect.
I thought the cat was whooping your tail for stepping on her.
Little cat fight.
Luke is scared. John knows about my cat. He worked on my set last summer. It's almost been a year since we.
Yeah, I know. I had to sit outside at your house because you have a lot of cat.
No, I have one cat.
A lot of cat in your home. A lot of cat dander.
Yeah. I will
So.
say that my nephew is allergic to cats, and when he comes over, he immediately gets stuffed up nose and.
Yeah. So you have a festival coming up.
Yes.
The Conquering Disabilities with Film. International Film Festival.
Yes.
How's it going?
We have 32 submissions so far, and but I have a couple of submissions through Fest Home, and a majority of them were Film Freeway, but they weren't. First year is always the hardest year for a festival because you got to prove that you're a real thing, you're a real festival,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to happen. And I've gotten several emails. Well, if I submit, is there still going to be a festival this year? And so Dell, we moved it. It's like it's hard to explain to people. It's not if AOF's going to happen. I mean,
It's just when.
it's just when.
Right.
And Dell, we voted, and so it's happening. We've decided to move it to August.
Okay.
Late August, September. And I think, with the way Bashir, that's Kentucky's governor, is opening,
Mm-hmm.
we should be in the clear for me to travel, because right now you're not allowed to.
Yeah, August is probably a smart move.
Yeah, I think we feel really bad, right? Because there's a festival director from Italy,
Okay.
and she was in tears because she doesn't think they're going to let her travel even in August.
Oh wow.
And you know,
So
they'll
one question I have on that is, so then where does that put the festival as far as what we talked about was, and why I wanted you to come on today is, I wanted to do a couple posts on your blog that go to Hive, and maybe a couple live broadcasts where we can talk about the festival
okay.
and sharing
Well,
information about that.
okay. So right now, I have I have to I have to get the okay from Dell, but I have one executive producer who is really game. Uh, her son, I won't say her name because she's not a totally confirmed guest. She would have to sign a contract locking her into the dates. But she's willing to travel. She doesn't have any qualms about. Uh, I told her it was in late August, and uh, she seemed totally down. But she is a premier producer in New Mexico,
Hmm.
and she's an executive producer. So what she does is she does the part that I hate, all the paperwork, the most stress. It's all stressful, but there's no creative joy in putting together contracts and stuff like that. But she does all that, and she decides which, and she kind of specializes in up and coming directors, young directors, new to the Hollywood scene, not necessarily, like new, right? So she is looking at a lot of my work, but I asked her if she would come speak to the participants of my festival because otherwise, they otherwise they don't get opportunities like that. That's what I remember. I went to AOF and it just changed the whole complexion of my career.
Hmm.
Um, it's not that I didn't want those things before; it's just that they didn't seem possible.
So are there a couple broadcasts that we could do leading up to the festival that would be helpful to you, or do you need, like, what do you need right now to continue the work on
Well,
that and getting it off
I'd
the ground?
love to do a couple of broadcasts about it. Uh, there is an interesting thing is there's an online component to AOF this year. I know you were asking about that at one point,
Hmm.
but Dell. So like at every, AOF Mega Fest is actually like 10 to 15 festivals
Festivals.
in one.
Yeah.
So whenever, let's say my festival is August 30th through the not 30th, August 31st through the 4th. Um, all the movies that would screen on those days would screen on the corresponding days. The seminars that I provide or workshops that I provide would happen on, they would be streamed live. Um, and then the awards dinners would also be screened, but they would be screened like a day after the night that it happened. And for some, I don't know how much it would cost, but it wouldn't be it for the con, you know, it'd be a certain charge, and you'd get all the screenings, and there's usually about 200 to 400 film screening at AOF, and then there's 40 seminars and
Hmm.
workshops. So when you pay the price that Dell was talking about, I can't say what it is because they hadn't determined yet. It seemed completely reasonable to me to invest in that, uh, because the seminars that and workshops they put on, they're pro level. They're like let's say you were a teacher and you had to go to in service day or professional development.
Mhm.
That's what those are.
Right.
You know, um, they're just so above and beyond any other festival I go to, except for maybe Indie Gathering. Um, Indie Gathering's just a smaller festival.
Sure.
AOF is just huge. So, and but conquering disabilities with film, I'm really people, if they are mentally ill, or if they suffer from a chronic physical condition, or a physical disability, they automatically qualify for the festival, but they need to tell me this in the cover letter. That is something a majority are not doing. um, I understand if you want to be private, nobody else sees the cover letter but me. And I'm not about to put you on blast. You know, for all anybody else at the festival knows, you qualify because the content of your script or movie have something to do with those issues. And that, because I know, so, as you were saying, Dan, there's that stigma that I had one individual who she she suffers from depression and anxiety, but she chose to qualify herself through her chronic pain condition, because she's got jaw problems, like pain in her, and so she chose a she that's acceptable, but she would rather qualify herself through that than her mental illness.
That's very understandable.
Yeah, and I was like, however you choose to do it is you're right. It's just that the reason why I ask people to do that is, one, so I know that, because I people who uh like me, if they are, sometimes they're on disability, and I don't, I say make, but uh I've been out of the general workforce, like mainstream workforce, for a lot, since my mid 20s. And but what I do is write and direct, and I have a partner in that. And so uh the festival is really, I want to be a place where people feel like they're safe and like their needs are addressed, and a place where I can honor their work, and give them opportunities that they might not otherwise have, because that's what AOF did for me. And the way I got this festival was last year at AOF MegaFest. They gave me the Founders Award for my body of work, and I got a gorgeous certificate, frame certificate, which was artwork, custom artwork, and they gave me a festival, and they pay for everything, and I judged, I read the scripts, I watch the movies, I listen to the music, whatever's submitted, and I judge it, and I decide whether or not they're official selection, or if I'm going to. So the next round, we Dell, who runs AOF and gave me the festival, um, said he seems to think, like, towards the end of May, with things opening back up, people, and with some people who have gotten some the financial aid, they're going to be loosening up a little and submitting their things again. um, I'm not surprised. I've basically come to no submissions. I would have probably had a little more than 30, but I don't think I would have had too many more through Film Freeway, or but Dell is doing the No Risk Fee Fest, and that's a submission platform for AOF and all the existing festivals, including Conquering Disabilities with Film. And it's a, you don't, the way it works is you don't pay your submission fee unless you get accepted to screen at the festival, or your script or piece of whatever film related art is an official selection. Um, and in that, and I really think for people like me, and then you find that, and you don't spend all year waiting. You get like a 2 week turnaround time, and then you have 24 hours to pay the flat rate of $60. And it doesn't go up, it doesn't go down. It's the median cost, and it sounds like a lot of money, and it is for for a lot of people. But compared to a lot of festivals, there are times when the submission fee is as high as $100, and I don't know about anybody else, but I don't have that kind of money.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
And
I understand why some people would not want to be put on blast. Um, you know, as I told you,
I
I've
also
been
think though
diagnosed
it's better
with-
advocacy. It's better advocacy though for
Right.
for mental health if we're all better at kind of talking about it and giving those types of encouragement to have people share and be a part of something like that.
Absolutely, because you know, my VA psychiatrist, who I haven't seen in ages, you know, when they diagnosed me with bipolar disorder and you know, that was exacerbated by post-traumatic stress syndrome in my military service. I said, well, what was it? Did I go bipolar? Did I go cuckoo? And I mean, you know, I'm not very PC, okay? But when I talk about myself, I said, did the military make me cuckoo? He said, son, you were born bipolar. Bipolar is not something you catch or anything. That is a condition that you're born with. I said, well, how the hell did I do 21 years in the military? I was fine. And when I retired, you know, and I stayed in the reserves for many years and worked. I held jobs. I noticed something. I didn't hold jobs very long. I've been everything from a bartender to a legal secretary to cut tobacco up in Tennessee. I mean, I've done all types of jobs and never stayed at a job more than maybe 2 or 3 years after I got out of the service. And he said, you would be surprised at how many people in the military suffer from bipolar disorder. He said that is the biggest amount of my patients here at the VA as far as mental health that I deal with, and that's why some people with bipolar disorder do gravitate to the military. The regimentation, of being told what to do, and everything else. Yeah, at least in my case, you know, I'm not a mental health professional or anything.
Well, it gives you a routine, and if you
That's exactly it.
And what I learned through my time with a psychiatrist and a therapist was the stronger your routine, if you can establish it and keep at it, it will actually give you a stronger stability. It will help you get stable.
Right.
And I didn't, but whenever I didn't get stable overnight, it was a 15-year journey to get to that point. When I started turning everything around was when I would get up and I would write for 4 to 8 hours a day, every day. And some people think that's insane, but for lack of a better word, but by doing that, and then I would go walking, and it's true. If you eat better, if you go to bed at the same time, take your medication at the same time, and because, and I'm
a lot of
Rare. Oh, I thought you were getting the cat.
No, I'm getting because I mentioned my medicine. It's
Right.
it's 10:45. I need to
Gotcha.
take my meds.
Well, I was on VA meds. They had me on lithium and they had me on Haldol and everything. And I just couldn't take it no more. So I just smoke a doobie. That's what I do. That's how I roll. I'm sorry. I'm a
No,
big
don't apologize.
advocate.
You don't have to apologize.
I'm a
Look,
big advocate. I used to be very anti drugs of any kind except alcohol. But you know, the whole Marine Corps culture, you know, alcohol is a big thing as far as self medicating. Something I need to stay the hell away from. But I am a big advocate of marijuana. It's a miracle drug. I don't care what anybody says. The only gateway it is the gateway to the fridge. That's as
And the,
far as I'm concerned.
and the snack
Or
shelf, the
to
Cheetos.
the
well,
cabinet,
you know,
right? Get the
I
Cheetos.
like to say, I like to say, you know, everybody's bipolar looks different on every single person who has it. So it's not going to be a one treatment fits all kind of thing. Some people do better, like you say, smoking marijuana. I I find that I actually respond well to the drug cocktail that they do give me, and and I there's like a history of lung cancer in my family, so I try to stay away from anything like that. But I understand. I have a friend who treats the anxiety part of his bipolar with marijuana, and uh, I have a relative who does the same thing. So I, 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 you know, I think as long as you, for me, I have to have that therapist, someone that I can go
Sure,
talk to,
sure.
someone who has an objective view. I actually have a strong support network in uh, I actually co-wrote a movie about it, Letters to Daniel. My writing partner and producer partner is my principal emotional caregiver. She knows whenever I'm not, like, maybe I'm a little up, or um, and she and of course I've got my parents who I live with. Um, some I'm fortunate that I'm relatively stable. You know, you do have your good days and bad days. When I woke up today and it was cloudy outside, I thought, I hate today, because I felt it
Yeah,
all in my body.
yeah.
It's nice out now.
Yeah,
It's
it's sunny here in Pennsylvania. I mean, it's just glorious. I'm gonna go out and take a walk here in a little bit.
So,
Yesterday was gorgeous. It was like 64 degrees and sunny and not a cloud in the sky, and today it's totally overcast.
Well, I want to give you kudos for what you're doing because I think it's fantastic. Like I said, the stigma, you know, I grew up in foster care, blue
Oh,
collar type
yeah.
culture, and, you know, suck it up, just suck it up. Everybody's got problems, blah, blah, blah. That's what I grew up with. So I get the stigma definitely personally. I mean, when I
Yeah.
was younger, I worked all the time. Like I said, I got out the service and I still worked. And it just got to a point, I guess, you know, after I went through this homeless phase, I got to drinking too much, self medicating, and, you know, there's 2 years of my life that are just snatches in my life where I lived on the streets of San Diego and Ocean Beach. After I got laid off, I used to work for Pacific Fleet. I worked out there on the ships. They're Pacific Fleet out there in San Diego. I got laid off. I got a case of poor me's, and my anxiety. I've had anxiety my whole life. I'm anxious.
That's something that is known to come with like 80% of people with bipolar disorder have comorbidity. They have additional diagnosis of anxiety. That seems to be that parting gift that bipolar disorder
Well, it
gives
runs
you.
in my family. I have a
Yeah,
niece.
yeah,
She has all the kids, all my sister's kids. They have different levels of anxiety. I have a nephew. He smokes all the time. Now my sister, she don't smoke. She has COPD and emphysema. She
yeah,
suffers from anxiety. But what she does, she takes CBD
yeah. Oh,
and
yeah, the
uh,
oil.
and uh, and the oils, and I use them as well because I suffer from arthritis. I have arthritis in my back. I have it in my knees. I have it in my hands. Probably because I crochet a lot. See, all my crochet gives me arthritis in my hands. I'm making a little.
Look at you.
Here. I did that. Oh, and I made this too. I think I'm gonna make some for some other.
Can you make me a can cozy? Oh, there you go.
A can cozy? Yeah. What color? I got all kind of yarn. This is my therapy. And everybody says it's funny. That guy's an old staff sergeant of Marines, and he sits and crochets.
Yeah,
But
it does the job.
me.
Yeah, it does the job.
This, I'll tell you, it's a weird thing, but when I sit and I crochet and I'll listen to like last night when I was listening to the blockchain conference. That's what I was doing. I was sitting here crocheting, made this little fancy little mask, crocheted it. Took me about 15 minutes to make it. And just little
Nice.
mask. I mean, it's a placebo. Because a damn mask, they ain't gonna work. It is. It's a placebo. You're gonna catch it. You're gonna catch it. I mean,
All right, guys. Well, I hate to cut it short because this is a great conversation, but my kids are being neglected by my live stream. By my live stream.
Background.
So
Tell them I said hello.
Oh, Charlie's ready to say hi. So we're gonna watch. We're gonna close out with episode 6 of the Low Lives, which we've been streaming after each live broadcast, and then we'll close out. I'm gonna interview Mikhail Tot. He's another Hivian tonight, and close out that series on there. And but Conquering Disabilities with Film Festival. Follow Letters Girl, LettersGrrl on Hive, and you'll see more posts from Amy. And as we go forward, and video broadcasts. There's Charlie. He can't help himself. I asked him to wait, but once he sees himself, he can't stop.
Little hammy, and little hammy.
Amy, he wants to say hi to you, Sergeant Dan. So I'm going to show this video. If you hang on for a second, I'll put the headphones on. He can say hi. And then and then Sergeant Dan, and then it's the online blockchain conference, or is it virtual blockchain conference?
I put a link in there in the chat. It's
okay.
virtualblockchainweek.com.
virtualblockchainweek.com, and we're gonna put the VOD up with all the links for the festival and both of the links that you guys came and brought with us and shared today. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. You guys can stay on Zoom if you want, and we will see you all next week.
Be a busy bee.
Probably at night, because this day thing isn't working during quarantine anymore.
No.
Where are you, Pensive? Where are you, Pensive?
I just got a lot going on. He's covering for a couple of people that got furloughed and planting in his garden.
Are you ready to be wooed? Are you ready to be impressed? Are you ready to lose your mind over one of the most sophisticated live shows of all time? From the live adaptation of Two Girls, One Cup and Pain Olympics comes a new, bigger-than-life experience show, Public Parts. Have you ever wondered what would happen if your genitals could talk?
I am Dick, destroyer of purity.
I'm a vagina. I rule the world.
And I am an asshole, and I deal with shit. Play with me until I puke. Wipe me clean, and I will reward you.
My cavern awaits your exploration.
Public Parts, the show you don't want to miss.
Wow, that was awesome! That was fucking great! Holy shit, I can't fucking wait! I'll see you guys in a couple hours. Woo! Oh shit! So I'm dating Skid's sister. What?
Yeah, there's nothing on here.
The programs are up for interpretation. It's theater, man.
Okay.
So is this supposed to be like a gay man's penis or a straight man's penis?
That too is up for interpretation.
Okay.
You gotta tell Skid you're dating his sister, man.
Hell no. Man, he is so overprotective of her. He loses shit.
You do know he's coming here tonight, right?
I told Katrina that the play was canceled due to artistic disagreements.
So what's your end game here? You're just gonna bang his sister behind his back?
Yeah?
That is the stupidest idea I've ever heard. But ain't my problem. That's your ass. I'm gonna go get some snacks. Have fun with that, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show will begin in approximately 5 minutes.
Hey, do I know you?
No, you don't.
You look familiar. I swear I know you.
No, you must be mistaking me for somebody else.
Okay.
How can I help you?
Dude. You're Benny Z!
Oh, shit. Yep, that's me.
Oh my god. I've watched literally all of your videos. I'm your biggest fan.
All right, get it out of your system.
No, seriously. Dude, you are my mentor. You changed my life. I live by your method of not working for anybody and working for yourself. Benny Z!
Right. That's tight.
Why are you working at a concession stand?
Because I need money?
What about all that stuff you said about being your own person and never giving up on your dreams?
Dude, it's all bullshit. It's just a front I do online. It helps me get some views and sometimes helps me get something else too, if you know what I mean.
What?
You know what I'm talking about. Let me demonstrate.
Straw?
Hello? Are you dicking around again?
That'll be $17.50.
Hey, where's your tie?
I am so sorry. This won't happen again, I promise.
Hey. What are you?
I'm a little bitch.
You're a little bitch, exactly. Oh, and tomorrow, wear a fucking tie.
I will, I promise. Dude, you're gonna get me in trouble. Now are you gonna buy anything or what?
Oh my god. You're just like me. You aren't anything special.
Ouch. I'm freaking awesome.
No, you're not. You're sad and miserable, just like me. All this time, I looked up to you to be confident and strong and successful, but I only needed to make me happy.
Okay, are you gonna buy anything or what?
And guess what? I am happy. I'm fucking happy! Oh my god, I'm fucking happy! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm happy! Oh my god! Yo, I'm fucking happy!
I hate my life.
Fancy seeing you here.
Katrina, what are you doing here?
I came here to do my taxes. I came here to see the show, stupid. Are you okay?
I think I need to go to the bathroom.
Chill. The show's about to start. My brother told me it's a really good show, which is weird, because I thought it was canceled.
Your brother?
Yeah, what?
Is he here? Where is he?
He's not here.
Okay, good.
He's just using the restroom.
What the fuck is this?
Hey, it's not what it looks like, I swear.
You two, you know each other?
This is the girl you've been dating?
This dramatic moment brought to you by our new sponsor, Terrifying Noise Machine.
Do you feel just too safe in your own house? Let me introduce you to Terrifying Noise Machine. Terrifying Noise Machine will help you get the best sleep possible with numerous terrifying noises, such as house burglary, drunk father coming home from the bar.
You have everything for you to do with you sitting there.
Meth lab blowing up next door. Dogs barking uncontrollably. And many, many more. Get your terrifying noise machine now for only $96.
And now, back to the drama.
Look, man, I wanted to tell you before. I didn't know how to tell you. I'm sorry.
My fucking sister? Ladies and gentlemen, please take your— Shut the fuck up, Steve. I thought we were friends, Rob.
It's really not that big of a deal.
It is big deal because Rob knows how I don't want him to be dating you. What the fuck, Rob?
Dude!
I just met Benny Z, and guess what? He has no idea what he's doing with his life, just like me. Oh, no. Skid just find out that you're banging his sister?
Oh, great. Even Butt knows that you've been fucking my sister. Okay, cool. Am I the last person in this whole fucking theater who doesn't know that you've been porking my sister, huh? Anybody? Anybody else? Huh? You're a shitty friend, Rob. And you're a shitty friend too, Butt. Fuck you. Fuck you. Good luck in the place, Steve.
Come on, don't say that.
I remember you. You're the one who skipped out on this bill in episode 4. You are an asshole.
Sitting at home and I'm watching my show. My friend calls me up and he is ready to go. There is a party down the street. The one I say no, so
has
I'm
no
on my
idea.
feet. Stepping through the door and
Guess
there's
what?
irony. I got a bad social anxiety. Let me go home. Let me go home.
Let me go home. It's about 2:30 in the morning. Said that we would leave at 1. Got me in the club yawning. Goddamn. I just want to catch a couple
of the Low Lives and John Spalding from the Honeypot. I will see you guys next week, a couple other times this week too, and some of my other live broadcasts on Vim. So hope you're doing well. More information on the Hive Coinbase Challenge coming soon, and have a great week.